informed that there is a national bank going to be placed on my property. Here's the thing, I don't like the national bank, and at the same time, I have my own banks to care for. So, I'm gonna tax them.
What? They can't do that. That's unconstitutional. Hey, Marshall, you see this?
Yeah, what's up?
They can't tax us. We're the federal government.
Well, you know how to make an appeal.
I'm not sure what Maryland's thinking. This tax isn't going to help anyone. Taxing out-of-state banknotes is very clearly just an attack on the Bank of the United States, not protecting their own economy.
That's exactly what it is.
I came to collect that tax I filed for.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay that.
Why?
Because that is $15,000 annually. I'm not going to let you tax money from the bank that would be better spent helping the country.
Yeah, but it's on my property.
Need I remind you that we're still in debt from the War of 1812?
Need I remind you that the president, the directors, or the company running the bank has no authority to establish a national bank in the first place. So it looks like we're at a standstill. What do you think about that?
I plan on not paying the tax.
I'm so gonna tax him. How did you get here? Walking.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Maryland.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, McCulloch has decided to present a court case against you.
You can argue for me in that court case. I'm going to go gather all the arguments against the National Bank.
Maryland doesn't have a lot of me. That being said, there isn't much evidence he could pull up to convince others he's in the right.
Hey, Archer, does this look like enough evidence?
The year is 1890. This case is to resolve whether or not the National Bank should pay a tax the state it resides in. Furthermore, it will also clear up any confusion regarding the federal government's ability to pass laws deemed necessary.
Cool. Okay, people, chop chop. I have places to be, and I really don't see this lasting any longer than, I don't know, a student thesis film. McCullough, you're up.
Yes, Your Honor. Maryland's claim is that they don't want competition between their state bank and the national bank. But I would argue that the reason they place this tax on us is for state power and not a balance of power.
What do you have to say to this? True? I mean false. I totally mean false. Do you have an argument? Why, actually, yes, I do.
Sit down.
Okay.
State government should just have as much power over the national bank as the federal government does. However, ideally, there shouldn't even be a national bank since the Constitution doesn't give Congress the ability to establish one.
The Court of Maryland has decided that the National Bank is unconstitutional because the Constitution doesn't say that you can establish a national bank.
But it doesn't say I can't.
Yeah, that's correct. Article 1, Section 8. Congress can pass laws that are meant to help with express powers. In this case, the bank is to assist the laying and collecting of taxes and coining money. Also, federal laws can just overrule state laws, so...
A question. Where does it say that?
Section 6 of the Constitution, the Supremacy Clause. Your power to tax is the power to destroy. We cannot grant you that power, sir. Court adjourned.
Hey, I'm out of here. Let's go.
Well, hey, thanks to your case, the federal government will do a lot more. Well, so long as this rule is just. Anyway, gotta run. See you around.
What the?